those type of people I really don't have a lot of respect for. And you really should go get some therapy.
Get your money, sis, fuck a hater. Get your money, sis, get your weight up. Make your money move, I ain't mad at you. Yeah, it's all about the cream and getting money, sis. Get your money, sis, fuck a hater.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Suits and Tuesdays, where you will be getting my unsolicited, unapologetic opinion about what's going on in the world today. If you are new to this channel, welcome. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you are notified every single time that I post a new video. And you might as well go ahead and give this video a big old thumbs up. Without further ado, let's get right into today's video. Speaking of welcome, I don't know why as I was doing the intro and I was like, welcome to my channel. I was going to say, welcome to Joselines Cabaret. Speaking of Joseline, Puerto Rican princess that we all met on Love and Hip Hop as part of the Stevie J love triangle between him, her, and Mimi. And we are just going to say Joselyn was great for TV. I don't know how much of the storylines was real or fake, but she definitely brought entertainment to Love and Hip Hop. And a lot of people fell in love with her or loved to hate her. And she made a name for herself, as she set out to do. Eventually, Joselyn left Love and Hip Hop, and now we have Zeus Network, who tries to do a lot of reality TV shows, and Joselines Cabaret was one of them. Basically, the show focuses on Joselyn, who was once a stripper, trying to get these young girls who are in the sex world, whether they are strippers, prostitutes, porn stars. She tries to give them an opportunity to showcase their talent in this dance cabaret instead of just taking their clothes off. Long story short, yeah, I don't really want to get too much into the whole show in itself. But if you know Joselyn, you already know what type of show this was going to be. Messy TV. Now, you guys know that my guilty pleasure is watching ratchet TV. Why? I don't know. I really don't know. But I enjoy watching it. I'm very entertained by it. And of course, I had to watch this show because I knew it was going to be full of entertainment. However, now that I'm older, it's a little more cringy to watch because, you know, a lot of things is like, before you used to just chuckle and laugh, and now it's kind of just like, ew, really? Joselyn brought in all these women to give them opportunity. Now, of course, the women were fighting amongst themselves, but at the same time, Joselyn was also very much belittling a lot of the women. Basically, for me, if you weren't kissing, how I saw it, if you weren't kissing her ass, she was going to belittle you. And the reunion recently aired last Sunday, and the clips from the reunion has been going viral for the way, you know, Joselyn was talking to these women. And she said something very degrading to one in particular, one of the women that's on the show, Sapphire. That's my bitch. I love her. That's my girl. Okay, I think she's so pretty, and she has a dope personality from what I could see on the show. And, you know, she recently lost her father of her children a week prior to doing the reunion, I believe, or a few days prior to doing the reunion. And Joselyn gathered all the women up before the reunion started, basically to tell them, you know, I don't want nobody coming at me. I want everybody to, you know, basically play their role of bowing down to the princess. And I don't know what transpired, but Joseline apparently told Sapphire that that man is dead and gone. It's time to get over it. Who says stuff like that? Who says things like that that's supposed to be here to uplift these women and put them in better positions, says things like that? This is why I know this is not what this show is really supposed to be about for her. But anyway, I'm gonna get into that later. So when Joseline came out, did her entrance, most of the women on one side, you know, they were with the stank face. They wasn't here for her, you know, after she said what she said. And as they should, you know. Then, you know, she immediately called them out like, oh, you bitches, da, 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 da. I put you $2 hoes on. All this crazy derogatory, calling them all kind of names. And even Linnell, who's a comedian, she was the host. You can't demand respect, Joseline. You have to, you know, you did put these women in a position and they were supposed to be looking out for themselves, to better themselves. But then at the same time, she's like telling them, like, she put you bitches on. So it was like confusing. Like, it was a whole lot of chaos. But with that being said, Joseline kept saying the reason she's acting like that is because you bitches is gonna respect me. You hoes, I put you on, and blase, blase. Excuse my French. And it's funny because when she was on Wendy Williams, and Wendy Williams basically, you know, was kind of talking to her the way she was, not even as bad. But, you know when Wendy don't have much respect for a guest, this house is just making all the noise. When Wendy doesn't really have respect for a guest, kind of like Charlamagne, like they don't really speak to them with the utmost respect. And Joseline got really defensive. It was like, you know, as another woman of color, as a black woman, you know, you need to be giving me my flowers and da-da-da. I'm trying to do something right by these women. But to turn around and then behave the way you behaved makes me think that I now have to address that. For me, respect is not a given. You have to earn respect. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Is respect something that's demanded and deserving, or something that has to be earned? Can you just walk in a room and demand respect, or do you have to give it in order to get it? That is my question to you. I'm not even going to ask you to so much give your opinion about the Joseline situation, because a lot of you probably don't even watch the show. You probably saw the clip but don't really watch the show. But we're not going to really talk so much about that. But I do want to talk about people feeling like because they're in a certain position, you have to give them respect. No, you don't. And now I'm going to give my 2 cents on the situation. First of all, like I said, this is a show with Joseline. We've seen her in the past. This is not a show that I expected to take serious. I knew it was going to be filled with, and I know how Joseline talks to women. Even though she has shown a little bit of growth, at the same time, I noticed that if you weren't princess of Puerto Rico, she was going to belittle you and call you a $2 hoe or whatever the case happened. It's like, which is it? Are you building these women up, or are you here to tear them down? You understand what I'm saying? And people like her, I noticed a lot of people who probably grew up never having a voice, or grew up being constantly put down. Sometimes those same people get older, or they get put in a position where they now feel like they can do it to others because it's been done to them. So they feel like, now I'm in that seat where I get to do it. And they choose to belittle or take away someone else's voice. And I don't like that. I don't care for stuff like that. Even with parents sometimes, you know, when you're a child and you didn't have a voice, or you was treated a certain type of way, or, you know, even going to work and you know, your boss is frustrating you and your coworkers and, you know, people in the street, and you can't really take out your anger, so you come home and you take it out on your kid because you know you can. You understand? You turn your children into punching bags because they can't defend themselves the way someone else could. So those type of people I really don't have a lot of respect for, and you really should go get some therapy, all jokes aside, because it's a problem. And somebody like Jocelyn, who came from where these women came from and know their struggles, and yes, she was able to pull herself up by her bootstraps, but at the end of the day, does that now mean you get to take those same boots and stomp on the other people that's now in the position you used to be in? I don't think that's right. To also feel like because you put someone in position, does that give you the right to demand respect from someone? Absolutely not. If you're not being respectful to me, I'm not going to respect you. And that's just the bottom line. You know, we grew up, including myself, we were raised to respect our elders, respect authority, respect, you know, just give respect to people. And don't get me wrong, I will give respect at the door, at the gate. I walk in with respect. But the minute I feel disrespected, oh, that doesn't mean I have to stoop as low and disrespect you, but you're definitely not going to get my respect. I'm definitely not going to be cordial with you. It's either I choose not to deal with you or you're going to get disrespected, depending on the level of disrespect you give me. You can't demand respect from people. You can't belittle people just because they're not seeing things your way. That's not how life works. Me, I'm always going to be respectful to somebody because I want them to respect me. I would never disrespect someone just off rip because I feel like it or because I'm having a bad day. Or because I want to make myself feel better, so now I'm going to be disrespectful to you. It's just not necessary. And it's not something that anybody should be demanding because it's not a given. You understand what I'm saying? You have to earn someone's respect. Just like you have to earn someone's trust. You have to earn someone's respect. I mean, honestly, guys, it's not a hard equation. It's simple. You can't demand it. It's not something that's to be demanded. It's something that's to be earned, and that's just the bottom line. If you act like if you're a decent human being, people are going to treat you with decency. People are going to respect you. People are going to treat you the way you treat them. People are also going to treat you the way you treat yourself. Now, I feel like in this situation with Jocelyn and these women, a lot of people will look at them, and because of the lifestyle they choose to live, they look at them like they don't even respect themselves, so why do they deserve respect? You could think that way, but at the same time, you can't go on one platform and preach that, you know, you're here to uplift these women and change their lives. But the minute they start giving you the energy that you're giving them, now you're belittling them and you're shaming them for the lifestyle that you once lived. And you're demanding that they give you respect. It doesn't work that way. It simply doesn't work that way. Being a stripper, a dancer, a prostitute, or whatever the case have you, they can still be a decent human being. And I'm sure they would still want to be treated as such. If this person is being kind to me, I feel obligated, and I feel like it's so easy to be kind to them. So with that being said, I'm not going to talk anymore. You guys let me know what you think in the comments down below. As always, I thank you guys for watching. Make sure you follow me on all my social medias. Everything will be in the description down below. And Jenny is...